I am inevitable.
What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight. This is the Khaos Central's version of the Loki Roundtable, or I should say, the Loki Roundtable on Khaos Central. Sorry, brain doesn't wake up until, I don't know, 12 o'clock tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah, whatever. How you guys doing? Good to have all of you guys here on the panel as usual. We're waiting on Danny. Danny should be here before too much longer, hopefully. But with that said, let's go ahead and talk to the players at hand. We'll get them all through here and have you guys tell everybody about where you can be found, what you're up to, all that good stuff. Start with you next to me, Mr. LDG of Geeks Enjoy. Tell everybody about yourself and what you've been up to.
What's going on, guys? LDG here of LDG of Geeks Enjoy. Also, Geeks Enjoy It's for your computer needs. Hitting up a new website for this week, guys. Be sure to check it out, nerdrotica.com. That's right. When geeking out is a turn on, it's not porn, it's Nerdrotica. Can't wait. Got some good things coming on this website for the community and for those who actually YouTube channels themselves. I'm hoping for a nice, good, grand opening to the website. So make sure you check that out, guys. Getting ready to tear up this second episode of Loki. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All righty, up next, Mrs. Dandelion Fluff. Yeah, I'm telling you, brain's dead today. Miss Dandelion Fluff. Allie, tell everybody about yourself, please.
Hi, Dandelion Fluff. I'm just usually lurk in chats. Occasionally I come on a stream if somebody particularly wants me there, as is the case apparently today. So it's a delight to see everyone.
All right, let's go down to Mr. Comics Division. Comics, tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Comics Division. My channel, I used to talk about comics. Now I just talk about things and stuff. You can find me on the YouTubes at Comics Division, on Twitter and Minds at Comics Division, and that's pretty much about it.
All right. Things and stuff and things. Very good.
Exactly.
Mr. Gaiskar, the Basco Scenario, tell everybody about yourself.
Yep, you can find me on the Basco Scenario on YouTube, as well as Basco Scenario on Twitter and Basco Scenario on Instagram. Tune into my channel every week. I did my first episode of my own show yesterday. It's called the G Up, which is basically whatever the chat wants to talk about or the panels want to talk about. So I don't go in there with a topic; it just be flow with it. So yeah, it was fun, lots of fun. And I'm also coming up with another show, which is going to be What's the Scenario? So, yeah, tune in. A lot of shit coming up.
All right. And now, Mr. JJ, a.k.a. SithLord3827, tell them about yourself and what you're up to.
What's up, everybody? I'm glad you explained that, guys, because I was going to ask you, what the hell is GUP?
But it could be anything. G up, like game up.
Yeah, but then I looked at it again and I said, oh, okay, G up. Okay, I got you. It's like, what the hell is GUP, man? What are you doing?
It's short for Guppy.
Yeah. That's cool.
The
but
rabbits
anyway,
of the river.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a rabbit
Check him
story.
out. He's got some good stuff going on over there. You can find me 3 places on Sunday. You can find me here at 5 o'clock Eastern for the Loki Roundtable, and then at 8:30 Eastern tonight it will be the Bad Batch Roundtable, hosted by myself and a few others on the panel will be there also. Later on tonight, over on Han Star's channel, will be myself, Chris Knight, maybe Han, who knows, over on Han Star's channel. Jackbox Game Night tonight. Come by, play some games, hang out for a little bit, you know. Monday night, I do a weekly live stream called Randomness at its Finest. Come by, like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff that goes with it. Tuesday night, back here on Khaos Central and simulcast over on Bigger Ford Entertainment, which is Anzo Hodges' channel for the Khaos List. And most likely on Wednesday nights, I got a new stream I'm starting up. I did the first one last night. Me and Slasher McSplitter are going to get together and hang out, watch a old school movie, and then we're going to do a random review on it. It's called Random Movie Review. Come by and check it out. You know, like it, give me in some input, whatever. It's something new. I'm trying to branch out a little bit more. And thanks for having me on, Chris. Great to see everyone. What's up, Danny? How you doing? Happy Father's Day.
How you doing? When do you, bro?
And everybody else on the chat and on the panel that has children, Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, JJ.
Yes. Good Father's Day.
Yes. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If you are one, happy Father's Day. If you're not one and you're looking to be one, by all means, work harder. Anyways, no. Sorry. Danny, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
Danny, aka Comic Chat, part of the Khaos Central crew. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on my channel and also simultaneously on the Khaos Central channel doing chaotic conversation, 6 questions, 10 minutes each. 6 people, usually 5 to 6 people. So check us out tomorrow night. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Khaos Central, chaotic conversation.
Very good. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Positive Candor, Positive, tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
All right, you can find me on YouTube at Positive Candor or on Twitter at Positive Candor.
All right. This is how this works. We're going to do several different things here. We're going to have a 2-minute time limit for each round. If you need it, use it. If you don't, that's quite all right. But we're going to do first impressions. Then what did you like? What did you not like? Then final thoughts, grade, and predictions. So the first round, of course, is first impressions. And we'll start with Mr. Danny Graham. Danny, if you need it, 2 minutes. And go ahead.
First impressions. I like this series. I'm a fan of Loki. I've always liked his character. I think the actor that plays him is fantastic. The chemistry between him and Owen is fantastic. I'm a big fan. I'm like an Owen Wilson as each episode goes by. As I see him more and more in the story, I like his character. Wasn't too happy with the reveal, but overall, man, it's good. It has me interested. I'm interested to see what's going to go on next week. Interested to see if Loki tries to help him or do Loki things, but overall, no real problems with the other.
Okay. All right. Anything else? No? All right.
No.
All right. JJ, go ahead.
I'm good.
Yeah, overall impressions of the episode. It's you know, I know there's 8 episodes for this and
6.
Only 6.
Six.
Oh
6.
wow. Okay. All right. So the reveal, the reveal wasn't as disappointing as I thought it was going to be, even though I still thought it might have been early. But overall, you know, I'm still trying to get a bearing on the comedy of the whole show. You know, I know it's meant to be serious, but there's that comedy factor in it. But, you know, it wasn't a total waste, you know, like we've seen in some episodes of some shows, you know, like WandaVision. But, you know, it's still entertaining at this point. And I'm not ready to throw in the towel in on it.
Okay.
Man.
I think that's it. All right.
Yeah.
Comics, go ahead.
I'm honestly at a complete loss of words on how much I don't like this show.
What? I am so surprised. How could you come on here and say that? Wait, I told you to. If you didn't like it, say it. That's my fault.
Damn it! How dare you?
I think he means lost of words because he already used all the good one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used
more.
all the good ones last week. I overall found it to be kind of meandering and pointless. Yeah, that's how I'll describe it.
Okay. Geisker.
I liked it. I'm really curious to see how this is going to unravel. If they're, if the Time Police is actually good or bad. We know that in the comics there were not good people, so I'm curious. I enjoyed it.
Okay. LDG.
Yeah, gonna have to be with comics. I need to be inventive to think of more disappointing words. The show's okay to watch as long as you defibrillate your brain. You know what I mean? It's like the scratch and sniff sticker you never want to scratch. It just looks good.
Skunk.
That's it. Okay. Yeah. Really getting. I mean, I threw in the towel. You guys know this. My towel was up and done. Episode 8. Wanda, fuck did I watch Vision? Okay, so I've been done for a while, and it took a lot for me to even say, okay, Loki seems half interesting, and even though it's like a cake, right? And you take the frosting and really good, but the second you cut into it, you find out it's made of a piece of shit. So mixed feelings. I'm basically just watching it like I'm in a coma right now. I'm waiting for that big thing to happen that will never come because it's most likely just going to get worse from here. We'll see.
Thank you, LDG. You just completely turned me against chocolate cake. I appreciate that.
All right, positive. Go ahead and tell everybody what you think of it. First impressions.
Yeah, Loki's gone the Wookiee route, basically. That's why I call the show now Wookiee, because it's woke, the female Loki just, who cares? Almost. I mean, of course she's more powerful than him because you gotta have a female more powerful than the male version, all that. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what they do with that in the next episodes. Besides making her smack them down some more and stuff like that.
Okay. And last but not least, Miss Dandelion Bluff. Go ahead and tell them what you think, Allie.
I kind of neither hated nor liked the episode. It was fine. Again, there doesn't seem to be a big, overwhelming plot happening. But, the character interactions are fun. And it doesn't make me not want to keep watching it. I'll keep watching it. It's a good little, it's a fun and entertaining hour or whatever, but it's not super compelling. There doesn't seem to be anything really overwhelming going on. That's all. Okay. Everybody else already said the stuff.
Okay. Well, I did like it. I understand where comics and LDG are going, and positive. I can see where it could go to that route. It hasn't gone fully that direction yet, but I can see how it could go, and I can see some of the stuff they might be doing. But I didn't mind this one. I think it was interesting how they went through and figured all the stuff out that they needed to. And I will say this. The reveal so far is right on time where it needed to be. So, go there. All right. Let's talk about what we liked. Remember what we liked. So, comics and LDG, if you need a few more minutes, I'll let you go last. All right. Danny, go ahead. What did you like?
Well, like I said earlier, I like the interaction, the buddy cop kind of comedy between Loki and Owen Wilson. Morbus, or whatever how you pronounce his name.
Mobius.
I like the
Mobius,
way
like Mobius loop.
Mobius, yeah.
An unending loop.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm not quite sure if it's some kind of love interest or something between Mobius and that lady, his boss, whatever. There's some kind of relationship there I hadn't quite figured out yet. Like I said, I just think Tom Hiddleston embodies Loki. When he's on the screen, he has my attention. Story was a little slow in points, but for the most part, this is keeping my interest. I'm watching it pretty early. I'm not staying up to 3 o'clock to watch, but I really watch it pretty early in the day. Unlike the next Roundtable show, I think I just watched it yesterday. But I think it's going to tie into this next upcoming movie, the Doctor Strange movie. At least I'm hoping, with fingers crossed. And maybe this may be just something totally separate. I'm cool with that either way. Like I said, I don't look for all that agenda woke stuff. I don't give a shit if the female Loki is stronger than the male or vice versa. I really don't care. I just like the story. It's entertaining to me. So it is what it is. But I'm not hating this. I'm not hating it at all. I wish all the other MCU movies would stay an hour because at least I'm interested. At least it's time to really sink your teeth into the episode. The 20-minute, 30-minute episodes, I don't like that. I like this format better. But overall, I don't dislike Loki at all, based on what I've seen.
All right, JJ, what did you like?
Honestly, there was a few things in there that I did like. First and foremost, because it goes back to the very first Avengers movie. I love watching Loki getting his ass kicked. You know, that was wonderful. The characters. Not sure on what to do with the reveal, but Loki, Mobius, and the other people at the TVA, they're slowly but surely starting to grow on me. You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing because I've yet to see anything terribly wrong. As you guys know, I'm not a book person. I don't know nothing about this shit, so it's just entertainment to me. And so far, I'm liking it. Okay, still waiting to see where the story's going to go, but for right now, I'm liking it.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on just a second. All right.
Checking on your captives.
Yes, absolutely. They get
Your
unwieldy. They
captives.
get unwieldy at times. You know, they get all crazy.
Mm.
Hi, Ethan. No.
And I make them like I tape their heads still so they have to watch the stream, and I have to make sure all the TVs are on.
With the eye clip.
Yeah, I was
thingy.
gonna say it's like was it a Clockwork Orange where they're have his eyes open, forcing him to watch stuff.
Yeah, well,
just,
that's a lot of extra. That's a lot of extra hardware and stuff. I just find super glue and taping these, gluing these up. That works really well too.
So for anybody down there, I hid a sharpened spoon behind the left brick on the right wall.
I don't have any bricks.
You guys can use it.
I don't have any bricks. Now you give them false hope. They know.
Guys, all you have to do is grab those pipes. There's pipes all over the freaking place down.
That's how I got out. All right.
All right, comics. Tell everybody what you liked, and if you absolutely did not like anything about the episode, by all means, don't feel afraid to say no. I did.
Oh, well, that's the thing is, I always, even in something I don't like, I always try and point out something that I actually did like. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't find anything I actually liked about the episode. I will defer back to what I said previously, that I like the credits, and unironically, I'm not saying that because the show is over. I just liked how they do it, and like I said, the aesthetic. Again, I'm repeating points from last week. I think is interesting, but that's really it. I found nothing compelling about the story. I didn't like it. Like I said, I found it disjointed, meandering, and I'll get into more detail when we talk about the negatives of why I didn't like the episode.
Okay. Very good. Geiskar, go ahead. What did you like?
I like the fact that it kind of feels like a Starsky and Hutch when they're like sitting there looking at the files and stuff like that. Kind of reminded me of that.
That's kind of funny that you point that out, considering Wilson was in Starsky and Hutch, the movie.
Right?
Yeah, that is funny.
I never watched that movie.
I didn't watch it either.
The TV show. Yeah, it reminded me of that. So I like the interactions that they have together. There's one thing particularly that's getting on my nerves a bit about Loki, the way he acts with Wilson, but I'll talk about that later. But I like that part. I actually didn't mind the reveal. I like that whole scene in the grocery store with the characters being possessed and jumping from one to another. You know, I kind of liked how that was done. Yeah, that's about it, really.
All right, cool. LDG, what did you like?
I liked some of the creativity they did. So the first thing is I love the actor Loki. Like, that's the best part. All right, just seeing him acting, he's my favorite character. Excuse me. I mean, everybody else is interesting too, but he's the main hook. I like how he sets up for suspense or a serious moment. I don't like how he finishes, but I like how he sets it up. Like the moment when he was like, "Nobody leave. You're going to die if you leave." And then, and then he ruins it, like acting like bozo after. But that first moment was great. Like, I was like, oh, I was in. You know what I mean? Until he started fooling around. When he thought of the national disasters, they're hiding. He's figuring out where he or she is hiding. I liked that. That was a good, interesting point to make. If you're looking at time, you can't screw anything up if you're in national disasters, because everything gets reset by default. I like that. Overall, the ending reveal, I liked it. I don't know why they're doing it. If they're just trying to be woke, or if they're actually trying to be respectful to diversity. But having a female Loki, matter of fact, having all those weird, odd Lokis, not just a female, is weird. So we'll see where they go with that. And I'll go into more detail because of that has to do with the whole timeline plot that I didn't like and I don't like so far. But those are the few things I did like. Morbius, I'm loving how I love his character. I love how he talks. I just think he's a pushover sometimes. Like when he got
he's a jump.
Discounted, didn't like that. But I like he feels comfortable and he's real fluid with his acting. And I think Basco hit on a point with the Starsky and Hush, which I see a lot of that. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I do see that.
Anything else?
What? No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Didn't hear a ding. I was still talking.
No, it just went. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're all right.
All right.
You're all right. All right. 2 minutes if you need it. Positive. What did you like?
The main thing, I guess, is just the premise of the Loki using the post-apocalyptic timeline to exist in, kind of, because that was a good exposition, I guess, to put him to put someone in a time that cannot be basically changed after everything basically gets wiped out. So if you're gonna hide, that's basically the perfect place to hide is anywhere that post-apocalyptic, and stuff like that. So that's mainly the only thing I liked about it, is them at least explaining that, which makes sense. But the other parts, are kind of, they basically, just, well, I guess that's on the negative side. I'll wait for that later. Never mind.
Okay. And
Dizzy.
Dandelion. What?
Dizzy, moving everyone.
No,
Yep.
sorry.
Great shuffle.
All right, Allie, what'd you like?
I think one of the things I liked the most was probably the little trip out to Pompeii. I thought that was pretty fun, especially at the end of the scene when all the volcanic dust is like flowing, barreling down on them, and they're still just standing there talking. I guess it was sort of like, I like the humor. That's one of the things I like about the Marvel universe is they have all kinds of dramatic stuff going on, but it's always kind of in a lighthearted way, and I don't hate that because it can be such a big downer when there's like always these giant disasters happening. But I guess it sort of reminds me of in the old Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there was always witty banter going on. I suppose I kind of always enjoyed that. Although I did enjoy the episode, there weren't like a lot of specific things I would say, that is something I liked. It was just an overall like enjoyment of the, I guess, the interaction between the characters would probably be the thing I enjoyed the most.
Okay.
They did kind of wait to the last minute, didn't they? I mean, like, you saw the mountain, you saw the explosion,
exactly,
and it was
right?
like, oh, it's going to take a while. And then that smoke came so faster than shit.
Right?
Like, wait a second. He doesn't have time to get away. What the hell?
I thought they were going to come out of the elevator or whatever, all dusty and stuff, and go, and like one or the other look at it and said, we could have grabbed us a lot earlier.
I can see a volcano.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I can see a volcano out of my kitchen window. Mm-hmm. Like my patio looks out at a volcano, so I mean it's kind of weird entertaining for me that way.
Yeah,
she loves disaster. She loves disaster movies. And she's just hoping someday to be involved in the disaster.
Nope, a disaster. I want to be one of the first people to die because all the shit happens to the people that don't.
That's true.
Can I ask you a question? Do you got your phone next to that window? Just in case you do. Love your mom. Bye.
Yeah. Well, it's a small apartment. My phone's never too far away.
All right. Like I said, I liked the reveal. I have to say that of all the shows they've done so far, the reveal is the best here because of where it's placed. I mean, it felt like it was timed right. Again, I think that the writers and Kevin Feige, they're showing that they can write dynamic between two actors or actresses or whatever. They do really well with the dynamic between Loki.
I think they've already kind of demonstrated they can do that in not Falcon. Sorry,
well, they did it in Falcon.
Winter Soldier. The actual movie Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no. But that's the thing is they're really good at these things, and what seems to be their problem, which we'll get to here in a minute, is the finish. Let's just be honest. But as far as what I liked the whole build up to the end of the episode. It was really cool to see Loki get into what and why, and he's thinking he's tracking himself, which he may still be doing, but the whole time he's saying, where would I be? What would I be doing? And it's kind of interesting that he's actually taking an interest in catching these guys, and at the whole time, why. It's not because he wants to help the TVA. It's because he wants to get back with this other person and try to put two of them together so he can take over. And I mean, the fact that he even blazingly said what he said at the end of the episode is I want to take over and do this and this. I was really surprised that came out because I'm not positive that that's really
the motivation.
Yeah. I just think he's using that. But I think that that's definitely something he wants to do. It's just not his motivation. There's something behind all of it. Definitely, he wants to be better than any other Loki that could be out there. That's unobvious, but there's some of the things I like. Let's talk about what we didn't like, guys. Comic chat. Danny, tell everybody what you didn't like.
This is gonna sound really superficial and sexist, but fuck it. I didn't care for the female Loki. She wasn't what I pictured in my mind. What I seen, I thought they would have stayed with the brunette, since she's a brunette. She wasn't attractive to me. I thought like this she'd have been like super beautiful, that kind of stuff. Don't really know what her motivation is. It's just not what the actress is not what I pictured in my mind. Not to say that she's a bad actress. I don't know. I don't even recognize her from doing any things in the past, so I can't say she's a bad actress or not. Really don't recognize who she is. She's just not what I pictured in my mind's eye to be the female Loki. Other than that, that's mainly what I didn't really didn't like.
Okay. All right, JJ.
Like I said, Marvel's been known for their comedy throughout the movies and now these series. And right now, I'm trying to place the comedy. Right now, I'm not liking it. I know that some of it is done. You need it. Owen Wilson is perfect for it, but I don't believe this is the show for that yet. You know, I know you can't be completely serious through the whole show because we even got some of that comedy in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I have to agree with Danny. I was really underwhelmed by the reveal. Not because she's a woman. I'm just saying, you know, the reveal of the other Loki. You know, because we already speculated last week, you know, hey, this may be the female version of him. But, you know, I was underwhelmed with that. I expected a lot more out of that instead of her just changing shapes and whipping his ass. Don't get me wrong. I love that. But, you know, I thought they could have done better with it. And right now, the story is not progressing the way I thought it should, because I just got to watching and doing a review last night of an old 83 film called Krull. And the one thing that I did point out of it, all right, Danny, you even agreed with me on this, okay? Yeah, some people didn't like it, and some people, you know, it didn't stand the test of time, but, you know, we are always talking about pacing and speeding up the story, and from beginning to end, this movie did not fail. It progressed. It moved on. Very few spots where there was a slow spot. And when you have 6-8 episodes, depending on what show this is, you don't have time for those slow spots or those things. You know, you need to get the story rolling. And that's something that I'm really not digging right now. They need to move a little faster. You know, let us know what's going on a little faster.
Okay. All right.
Can I say something, Chris, real quick?
Yeah, after you're done, Danny, comics, go ahead. I got to run upstairs. I got somebody ringing my doorbell, so hold on. But go ahead, Danny, and then comics, you take over.
Oh, that's your alcohol delivery. Okay.
I hear what you're saying, JJ, but Crow was what, hour and a half, 2 hours? This is 6 hours long, so I mean, they got a little time to kind of drag their feet. We just kind of impatient because we're in this society now. We want stuff now. But they got a little time to drag their feet. But I do agree with you. It's maybe not the speed that we would like it to be. And I just want to make sure I don't want to piss off any females. I don't have any issues with a female being stronger or weaker, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, for me, in my mind's eye, she is not the one that I would have.
I agree, Danny. I'm not saying haul ass through it.
No. I'm just saying, and for that part, I want to piggyback off what you said. I don't care about the woman being strong or weak or whatever. I don't mind that. She's just not who I would have cast as a female Loki. That's the point I'm trying to make. Right.
That's understandable. But yeah, I don't want to haul ass through the story. It's just, it needs just to be a hair bit faster than what it is. That's it.
We need to know what the story is.
Yeah. Go ahead, comics.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Danny, on that. But I like, when it comes to female antagonists, I really like deferring back to the movie Dread with Mama, because that was like a perfect example of a really well done, female antagonist.
Yes.
I agree. So anyway, back to the show. Like I said, the reason why I think it's meandering is you legitimately could have combined the first 2 episodes and you wouldn't have lost much, in my opinion, especially when you only have 6 episodes. Yeah, granted, you have more time than a movie to flesh out characters and whatnot. But for the most part, it's a lot of this episode kind of highlights what the issues are with Marvel Comics, current day Marvel Comics. It's a lot of sitting down and talking, a lot of walking and talking. And this episode really kind of highlights it, that scene where in the cafeteria and he's explaining stuff. The idea of the variant, I'm just going to call her that because that's what she's titled as in IMDb. Hiding in the areas where there's like an apocalyptic event. Yeah, that makes sense.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos. But for the most part, it's like you could have gotten there a lot quicker than what we've seen. I think, and again, this is probably an aesthetic thing, but there was a show called Brimstone, and in some of the episodes, he's investigating things, and they would do these really well-timed jump cuts as he's going through searching for things, because you don't want to, spend 15 minutes of him like rifling through files. It gets the point across, and you could have done something very similar to speed up through this stuff, because for the most part, it's like, I'm bored. I'm watching this guy literally going through, looking at papers. And granted, you need to have that if it's building on top of the plot and pushing things forward. But there's too much of that. And at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm bored. I'm disinterested. You finally get to where things start getting interesting towards the end. And that's basically it. The reveal.
Comments.
Yes.
Well, let him finish real quick, and then.
I'm sorry. No, I want you to. I want you to finish.
Anyway, it's. I feel the reveal. I wouldn't say it's kind of bait and switchy. I mean, because throughout the entire episode, he's referring to himself. He. It's like, oh my God, it's a female. Expectations subverted, and it's just like. You could have just made it the Enchantress, and we could have gone with that the entire time. I don't know if it's going to turn out to be the Enchantress or not. But they might as well have done that. I mean, the Enchantress is a good example of another female villain. But at the end of the day, because it's modern day Marvel, she's not going to be a villain. That's it.
Okay. Danny?
You made very good points about the prolonging and dragging of the 15 minutes of him rifling through paperwork. I get that. But I have heard other people say if they kind of jump from one scene to the next and then the scene plays out, well, how did he get there so fast? Well, how did he do this? Or why did they show that? So it's kind of like these studios are damn if they do, damn if they don't, because they take too long on one part of the story, then we're saying it's too slow. But if they kind of jump to the other part, then they say, well, why didn't they break it down and show us how he got from
that's the problem with pacing, though. It's not a criticism of stuff like that. It's how well a scene plays out and is paced. Because there's plenty of times where there's plenty of movies that have done investigation scenes that aren't boring, right? Mm-hmm. And it feels like it's dragging its feet. It's taking too long. Blah 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 blah. It's a pacing issue, and that's kind of the issue with a lot of these, series coming out of Marvel, or not just Marvel, Disney in general, because you see it with the Mandalorian as well. There's problems with pacing and their storytelling, and it makes it for me at least. It makes it lacking in engagement.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean. Okay.
There's nothing too that Dandelion Fluff brought up, which is plot. What's the plot? What's the plot of the story? What's the point?
Yeah.
Just to comment about the paperwork, I think that's just to show the cumbersome bureaucracy of their organization, right? I think that's sort of part of. I mean, it's not fun to watch, but I assume that it's part of setting up the whole time variance. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's another thing too that they suffer from, which is show. Sorry, I have it backwards. It's tell and don't show. And when it comes to visual entertainment, it's show and don't tell. We're getting a lot of tell.
Yeah. Yep. I think what he's trying to say is that nothing is perfect. You can't pace everything perfectly, but you can we've done it here on our different roundtables. We've done it on our different shows. We've talked about how nitpicking. If we were nitpicking about the pacing, that's one thing. There's some legitimate issues with pacing on a lot of their shows, and I mean, I don't disagree with him. I'm just saying that it isn't about they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. No, when you fix most of a problem, that's all you can do. I mean, you're not going to have anything be 100% perfect. There's no movie company, no matter who you are, they can't be 100% perfect. What we're asking for is just pay attention to the pacing a little more and not worry about the fluff that they're trying to show.
I did forget one thing I liked. I liked listening to Anita Hero. I would like that song. Super 80s tease. I enjoyed listening to that.
I was waiting for someone to say it. I'm like, my fingers on the play button. That
was a pretty good. That was a pretty good little fight scene.
Real quick, I want to bring up something that Sven is pointing out. Yes, you are right, Sven. There is a lot to criticize with the Netflix Marvel stuff, but it was done way better. At least for the first seasons. I mean, I really liked season 1 and season 2 of Daredevil. I thought they were perfection. They do have their issues. But like when you start getting into like season 2 of Punisher, that was terrible. Yeah, season 2 of Jessica Jones was terrible.
Okay, Geisker, 2 minutes.
I agree with that.
What didn't you like?
I don't like the fact that he's getting his ass whooped. Like, he's supposed to know how to fight, and it doesn't seem like he knows how to fight at all.
If anything, be tricky.
Yeah, exactly. Because he can use his magic, right? He used it to dry off his suit, but he didn't use it to fight. So it doesn't make any sense to me, that part there. The other thing I didn't like was crap. What was it? Fuck. I just had it in my mind 2 seconds ago. Well, that seems to be it. I'll jump back in if I remember it.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all I got. Oh yeah. Now I remember. I don't like the how he acts all goofy and comedy wise when he's running after Wilson. That bothers me. It's like he's begging and pleading. So for me, it kind of brings down his character to what we're used to seeing him in the movies, right? So it ties in with the whole fighting scene and the action scene where he has powers, but he's not using them, and that's what I just don't get.
Well, he's the title character, and he's being disrespected in his own show.
I guess you can look at it that way as well. But those are the things that I didn't like. And to back up what Danny was saying, I don't like the look of Lady Loki at all.
Well, she looks like Doctor Who. That's the thing I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah, you're right.
She looks like Jodie Whittaker.
A little bit.
So I didn't like that reveal, and to everybody, she was revealed in the electronics section. That was where the big reveal was done, in the electric section of the store. Just saying.
All right,
welcome to the internet.
I got it wasn't in the women's section.
Wow.
All right, LG, go ahead.
All right, let me get my list out here. Things I didn't like. Well, obviously, did not like that at all.
Really?
Felt like I was watching Short Circuit for a minute. Seriously.
Oh, come on,
there's one thing that this show has is that they're using things that make me feel like I'm watching something else. Okay?
What is that?
Who else got the Fallout vibe from episode 1? Who else got the Jurassic Park vibe from episode 1? Who got the Short Circuit vibe from this episode? Like, they are like it's like, oh my god, it's like a carbon copy. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anybody else? No?
What?
I'm not going to disagree with you. It's funny because I didn't pick up on a lot of that stuff because it's been a while since I watched Jurassic Park, so I didn't pick up on the whole thing with was it Miss
Video?
Yeah.
But
the
DNA, they even had the timeline looking like the DNA for a second, right? And then it was like, oh my god, and that voice. But that's another thing too. Okay,
Tara Strong's doing it exactly. Like, I mean, I think she watched that whole thing.
And there's nothing wrong with homage as long as you're not like directly copying somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it.
I get it. I get it. And I tell you the truth, I kind of like what they did up until I Need a Hero. That is when it was like, okay, all right, that one drew the line.
But
All
it's
right,
such a cheesy
that
song.
completely missed because what they're trying to do, they're trying to make her look like a hero, and we were talking about this.
Yep.
Right? She's gonna end up being a freaking good person. You know what I mean? And they were lining it up. Why that song when she was kicking ass? What? Anyway, more importantly,
I thought
the
that
explanation.
I thought that was just a tip to Loki turning out to be a woman. Actually, as far as the other agent,
I mean, I'd rather
kicking the
do
ass.
it like a lady, something.
But
Anything.
we need
I
a
don't
hero,
care.
and it's
I want
her.
that one.
Yeah.
But I need a hero. It's not
Hero.
femininity at all. And let me say one more thing. Oh, that 2 minutes went by faster than hell. The explanation of the timeline, right? So the TVA went out to fix the timeline. Yet they say in Loki when he was doing his little, whatever you could, learning with the holographic clock, she goes, "What's the red line for?" Well, if any branch goes past the red line, then we can't prune it. It becomes permanent. Well, wait a second there, frickin' Kimosabi. So when the TVA first got created and they went to the timeline, where are all those branches? They have to be past the red line by
That's
then.
different.
Right?
That's
That makes no
different.
sense.
No. They said that they went and fixed and made the sacred timeline, and from that point on, that became the rule.
So why can't they do it again? Why
Now
is
you're
there
asking,
a red line?
hey, listen, LEG, now you're asking stupid questions.
That's not a stupid question. You know what I mean? Seriously.
All right. Hey, all right.
Now the
You're
Jews
at
gotta learn
4
how to
minutes
pace
now.
yourself.
Can we all
All right.
just get along?
Positive. 2 minutes. What didn't you like?
Well,
Didn't even get to Mephisto.
yeah. I might as well mention Mephisto and Human Garath while we're at
All right, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, the reveal. Yeah, the reveal to me was kind of weak sauce. Hate to say it. And I guess we'll see what they do with this lady. I'm sure she's going to reveal her intentions to Loki more in the next episode, and we'll learn more about how far superior she is to him and all this. And then, of course, he'll try to use that against her to, eventually. I don't know if I guess I'll get into that maybe in the predictions, but yeah, it's and you're gonna yeah. I mean, I need a hero. You might as well just throw that song in the next damn Captain Marvel or something. You know.
Just say, why don't you do?
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Allie, go ahead.
I didn't hate that Loki was a woman at the end, or the other Loki was a woman. That didn't bother me one way or the other. It, seemed like an extra sneaky way to hide whatever, take the form of a woman. I thought she could have looked more like Tom Hiddleston, even if they'd done is put a dark wig on her or something like that. It wasn't. I didn't. I think they were trying to find someone who kind of looked like him, but they could have made the hair. I think she would have looked more like him because they specifically said earlier on in the show that the Loki will look like a variation of Loki, of this Loki, right? But she really didn't. I didn't think. I mean, and just putting the dark hair might have made it a little closer. To be honest, I thought that the female cop did a better Loki than, because she did the same smile that Tom Hiddleston does. She did that like perfectly, and then the other, the Loki woman, she really didn't. I thought that the fact that they were going to betray each other and they both knew it kind of detracted from the interaction between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston's characters. Like, they were kind of getting along, but you kind of knew as well that they they weren't, but they weren't really that. They weren't as buddy cop as it kind of implied. Like that was just sort of, I don't know, that kind of. It was always a subtext in a sense that, you know, the second we're through this, I'm going to prune you, and the second I get a chance, I'm going to escape, kind of thing. Kind of, I found that sort of detracted from.
Well, I think
friendship.
I think that Owen was just trying to basically say, listen, it doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what I'm going to do. That's not what we're here for. So, I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I guess the only other thing would be having the papers, like Comics was saying, seemed really dumb to be leafing through files. Like, I mean, honest to God, we all have Google. I mean, can't they have created a database with all this stuff in it to like search for stuff, you know? You put in your search parameters and you find what you need, right? Like, why make it so cumbersome to find information?
Because it plays into the aesthetic of Fallout. Like,
I know,
exactly.
I know.
Yeah,
but,
no.
You know, it just seems like unnecessarily.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I completely agree with you.
It wasn't like my favorite plot device that I've ever seen shoehorned into a show. In a world that has advanced technology and is in this weird kind of pocket dimension, and when they show these reveals of like this of the world, I know
you're using dot matrix printers
and rotary dialers. I mean, come on, rotary phones. Like
it's like a mix between Fallout and the Matrix.
Let me tell you something right now. Dot matrix printers are the most reliable printers.
Yeah, actually,
even today.
Yeah, I disagree.
We still use them. We still use them at work. We still use them at work. So,
and I guess you're being sarcastic.
I just miss tearing the edges off the paper on those old.
Oh, I miss tearing them off and ripping the page by accident and having it reprinted.
I fucking hated doing that at work.
All right, I've had my 2 minutes. My 2 minutes of
that. No, we still have dot matrix printers at my job because the fire system, fire system that we have prints out reports on what the computer reads out, and that's what it does, and that's all it does. And they say it's the best thing that we have for it.
Well, at least you're not using ticker tape.
Cheaper for everything.
All right, I'm gonna try to go through this as quick as possible. One. The whole paperwork thing. Listen, you can still keep the Fallout thing going, and it could all just be direct dial. You know, a screen pops up in front of you. I want to look at this. You can still make it look like that because they have the whatever they call it in Fallout. Yeah, they got that. So why do you need the paper? No, if they want to go for the Fallout, they don't need the paper. But here's the thing: that's really stupid because these guys are supposed to be technologically advanced beyond all belief because they can go backwards, forwards, anywhere they need to go to fix things.
It's 50s sci-fi.
I know. But here's the thing.
It's a theme.
Listen. You got 4 minutes. So be quiet. The biggest problem here is like LDG said, and I said it last week, is that they can never prune something completely. There's no way in hell that you can prune it completely. Because if they show up in that time, they're there. And that imprint will always be there. And we're seeing that their whole setup for what the TVA does is so contrary unto itself that it's just only bound to fall apart. And I know it doesn't matter because at the end of this all, I agree with Danny. I believe that it's going to be tied into the whole multiverse thing. I think this is going to blow up into.
It'd be nice if they actually do that, but
that's what I hope for. And if they don't, then they're totally stupid because the whole concept of what they're trying to do is not something that would be easy to accomplish. And I don't think with as many times as there's time variance and as horribly as they're handling this one situation, if they've handled this one situation so badly, they've done that multiple times. And we just saw that when she lit all the whatever things that corrected time,
the charges,
it just screwed everything up. And how are they going to fix all of that? I mean, so, it's going to be, I just don't think that I am so not happy with the way they're handling the time.
That whole bomb thing, they made it look like that's it, right? I guarantee you by next episode, they'll start with, wow, all those people, because you saw how many people got that left, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to be as big as you think it is. By the next episode, that's going to be like a fight. All that was her to get away That's all that
Yeah,
was. A small distraction. It ain't going to be as big as you think it is.
Maybe.
And then it's going to be all healed up by the next episode.
All right.
First thing.
Too early in the show.
But she could have done that whenever. You know what I mean? She only started the bomb when she found out she was revealed that she was there. That was her getaway. The TVA's huge. Did you see the huge infinite tables? Right? The whole matrix of tables. They got clops within clops within clops within clops.
Yeah,
They're going to clean that up like that and move on.
Well, and also the fact that these guys are all, again, the whole, they made everything you see. They created the people that are doing their work. Supposedly, if you go by what they say. They did all of that, and yet they're so antiquated. So they literally made all this stuff, but then they made it as obsolete as possible. For what? To make it harder on them? I mean,
what are you talking about obsolete?
Everything is obsolete. They're using more paperwork than just, a button to press and here, that's what I want. I can go do it. If they made all these people that are there, all the clerks and everything, the way they described it, they made it. That they made everybody there. Everybody was created for the purposes that they're there for. If they did that, they've made it in the most obsolete and in a way that is so cumbersome and antiquated that it doesn't do the job it's supposed to do.
Self-defeating, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They had artificial intelligence. It's just a skin. They're super high tech. They're mega high tech.
But that's
just
my
because
point.
their shit looks
They're
like old doesn't mean it's old.
Obviously, though, if that's the case, then no, that's not even how they're presenting it. But anyways, okay, let's go on. Let's go to final thoughts, grade, and predictions. Danny, go ahead.
We don't know where it's going to lead to. I think Loki is going to show some semblance of loyalty to Owen Wilson by the end of this whole thing. He probably still going to escape, but he probably not leave him in a predicament where it'll hurt him. I don't think so. I think he's kind of going to attach in a devilish, god of mischief way to Owens. So I think he's still going to escape and do Loki things, but I think he's going to not leave Owens in a predicament that may hurt him. I don't think so. Overall, I'm going to give this episode B-. It could be better. Like I say, I don't hate it. I'm pretty interested in the show. Not like I was with Mandalorian, but I'm gonna. If it comes out on Wednesday, I usually watch it first thing Wednesday morning when they're on the way to work or at work doing my lunch break or something. So it definitely has my interest. I'm not diving in as deep as some of y'all are. I'm just swimming just below the surface. But I'm comfortable with that. The other diving and trying to figure out this and that, because last time I checked, none of us time travel, so we don't know what the fuck would happen if you go back in time, back and forth. I don't know. So I'm just going with basic. I ain't trying to get no damn calculus or trigonometry. I'm saying basic math. 1 + 1 = 2. That's what I'm staying at. But like I say, B-. I'm cool with it. Wait for next Wednesday.
All right. JJ.
What? Sorry.
Put down the Cheetos and Oreos.
I got no. I ain't even nowhere near that yet. It ain't dark yet. No, I got to do that every once in a while. Somebody just says my name, I'm like, what? It's something I got to do. Grade and overall thought. Grade and what predictions?
Yes.
Final
the
thoughts.
episode.
Grade
Final
and
thoughts.
predictions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got you, Chris. Like I said, I'm not there yet. What do you think? I'm high or something? I don't. Anyway. No, I'm not, Danny. Not yet. Damn. That's later on this evening. I got to give this episode probably it's a strong B-. Like I said, there wasn't much I didn't like, but there was stuff I didn't like, and the show's still growing on me. The grades may improve as the episodes go on. And I don't have any predictions or outlooks. It's just I want the story to progress. better than what it's doing at this moment. Okay, I'm not asking for the world, but we need to get the story moving. We're still trying to figure this out. With 6 episodes, we should have a hint by now, and we really don't. What's Loki's part going to be? What's Lady Loki? What's her part?
The variant. The variant.
The variant. Yeah. What's her part going to be? It's just. I want to see a story develop, not just hey. And I agree with it. I agree with everybody that said it. The TVA is one of the best looking places we've seen in a Marvel movie or TV episode. It's gorgeous. Get rid of the fucking paper. That would be great. But yeah, I just want to see a little bit more. I don't want it flying through it, but just a little bit more story progression. Just keep it going. A little bit more steadier than what it is right now.
Okay.
Chris, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Didn't when they were interrogating Loki afterward, he put in like that cassette and it kind of rewound all the different things back and forth in his lifetime? And he saw it on the screen and stuff?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why can't they use that same thing to go through all that paperwork? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like Loki's
point. Very good point.
What, everything he's ever said?
No, just no. He
recorded.
That's what it was.
I mean,
but he needed to sign it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Owens put that thing in for Loki.
Life.
So I'm saying, why couldn't Loki do the same thing?
The video of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying, why couldn't Loki go through the video of those other people's lives in time, or whoever he investigating, put that tape in and play it back and forth like he did his? That's what
I'm saying.
That's when he went to the lady and said, "What can I read?" And the only thing she gave him was the file
on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what do I have access to?
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is the same way Owens took that cassette and put in that player and was able to go back and forth. Why couldn't he get the cassette of what he could be checked, approved to see, and do the same thing instead of physically going through the paper?
Oh, I thought that's what he asked for. He asked for anything I have access to, whether it's tape, paper, hologram, whatever, and she just gave him a stack of papers.
No. But Danny's not talking about him. Loki, he's talking about Morbius. Why did Morbius have access to that?
Mobius, yeah.
Oh, not Loki? Mobius? Oh, okay. I don't know. Sorry.
Probably because
maybe he already looked at it.
Maybe
like he's been
who
right.
She is.
I just said it don't make sense to me to have this one individual life on video. This is the history in paper. That is stupid as hell.
Well, because the variant would have You're right, because they had his file the second he became a variant. Well, that was
That's correct.
That
was when the TVA
one
first
hell
came,
of
so I
a
don't know
filing
how it
room.
works.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Just
it goes
so
on forever.
unnecessary. It just seems
I'm
so
sorry.
unnecessary.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
Okay.
Nah, that's fine.
All right.
It's a valid point, Danny. It's a very valid point.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
All right. And what was your final grade or your grade for this one?
You gave it a B minus.
That
A
was JJ.
strong
JJ.
B minus.
B minuses.
All right.
B minus. Yep.
All right. Just want to make sure. Okay. And comics. Go ahead.
I actually have to quote Resolute Germ, who's been having some amazing comments. The whole show is middle management trying to avoid moving a problem upstairs. Yeah, it's about bureaucracy. And we all know bureaucracy is boring, and that's why the show is boring. So as far as predictions, I really don't have any. I'm guessing the variant is going to be Enchantress, maybe. I don't know. And my grade is an F for I forgot about what happened in this episode.
Very good.
I saw that coming.
When I found out I was going to be doing this, nuts! I have to watch it again.
All right. Anything else?
You're swimming in the deep end of the pool, bro. Come over here where I'm at. The water is better.
That's why we like. That's why we like comics coming on. He tells it like it is, like it or dislike it.
I'm just messing with him.
I know.
All right, Geiscar.
I would have to say a C+ for this episode.
Oh, come on, yes, man, you can do better.
No, C+.
Damn.
Final thoughts, Fiction.
Final thoughts. I'm curious to see what her story is and why she's doing what she's doing. And like Comics said, I think she's going to be the Enchantress. I have a feeling that's where they're going with this.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. I am good,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
I thought the Enchantress and Loki were allies.
No, not always.
Not always, and this is the MCU, not actual Marvel. So
Yeah, exactly. All right, LDG.
I'm gonna stick with a B again. Again, like I'm watching it with the coma. All right, don't actually dig into anything. But when I do dig into something, I don't even think it's Enchantress. I think there's a small chance it's fucking Wanda. All right.
Of course you would.
Kids, right? Wanda hears her kids, and realizes her kids are in some other timeline or something. So she goes to see her kids, and the TVA is up against her. So she's got to figure out, I got to get the TVA out of here, but I can't let them know it's me, or else they'll erase my timeline. So I'm gonna pretend I'm some Enchantress / Loki character, and I'm gonna go to town and take down the TVA so I can go get my kids. All right? She's still got that ability where you touch her head and it did that little mist or whatever. Totally Wanda. All right? Possibility. Have no clue. Would be nice. So there we go.
Wow.
Overall B. And we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what though. I would have done it. I would have done Loki first, then WandaVision. So Loki would have been, because if it's not Wanda, right? If it's whatever it is, Enchantress, whatever, yada yada, and the whole point of Loki is to get rid of the TVA. Loki should have happened first, and then led to WandaVision. So Loki clears the TVA, and then Wanda blows up the multiverse, and then lead into
that would require
Spider-Man getting lost into it and everything. What?
I said that would require foresight.
Oh, God forbid! Like, if I was Kevin Feige, my MCU stock would be up 1 million fucking right now. 1 billion.
LPG, man, you just can't
starting
let
with
go of Wanda.
Endgame. That's right. Anyway, that's my thoughts. We'll see where we go next week. But the bombs blowing up, I'm telling you, within 5 minutes of episode 3, whatever you guys are thinking, I bet you this timeline's going to go right back to normal if they're going to fix it like that.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, Chris. Hey, LDG. How deep did you dive into WandaVision? Because in the very first episode, did you ever translate what was on the wine bottle?
I remember someone did already. It meant something, but it didn't. It meant nothing, though. It meant something and nothing. What?
No. The guy that created the prop master that created, he did it as a joke. Loosely translated, it stands for the House of M.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of the jokes that were inserted in because the showrunner had no freaking clue.
Yeah, exactly.
I just found that out. I didn't.
I remember someone mentioning it. I think someone mentioned it during the Wanda roundtables. I could have sworn. Somebody said something about the wine bottle.
Oh, well, yeah.
Pointed out the pineapple. Okay, but that didn't pan out.
And the meatloaf, and the cherry pie, and the
lobster.
Don't forget the lobster.
And the lobster.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you're the one that keeps bringing WandaVision back to everything.
The embroidery on the dish.
You know what? I was right about Agatha. Mic drop.
That's about the only drop.
Listen, wait. Hey. When you're throwing darts at a dartboard, you hit it once or twice, but you threw 50 of them. It's not impressive.
I think we all kind of guessed there was something up with Agatha, though. That was pretty obvious.
No, not that. Everybody knew that. I guessed what she did. everybody knew she was her. I'm the one who called out that she was in charge of the neighbor during that scene and all that shit. That was her. Anyway, moving along home.
I don't know if it was fully that or not. I don't think that was ever fully resolved. Doesn't matter. Up next, positive. Go ahead.
Okay. I forget what the hell we're talking about now, but anyway.
Thoughts, grade, and predictions.
All right, grade. Guess I'll give it a D plus for Disney Plus.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Clever.
But predictions. Yeah, LDG probably be right about one of them eventually here, sooner or later. Prediction to me, I don't think anything's going to get resolved in this. It's another show, another series where they tell happens. A story and nothing gets resolved in it. To me, and that's exactly what's going to happen in this.
Okay.
The female Loki variant will still be around, and Loki will still be around after this is over. They're both going to be around. Nothing's going to get resolved out of this. They'll have little backs and forths between each other in the next 4 episodes, obviously. But yeah, to me, nothing is going to be resolved in this. It's just going to be a little story to explain some mumbo jumbo and the mumbo jumbo up the Marvel universe even more, basically.
Okay. Nothing. Excuse me. Nothing else.
No, that's it.
All right. And Dandelion.
Well, there's maybe one other thing.
Yep.
The assistant that works for the lady that's friends with Mobius.
Hmm.
I think people have been predicting that could be Kane, right? The Conqueror. The assistant that hasn't showed up yet. That's assisting this.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for now.
All right. Allie.
I will give it a C-. Last week I was not on here, but I gave it a C. I gave it a C- this week because, again, we didn't get enough, it was a good setup last week. I enjoyed that. There was nothing, super innovative. But, again, this week it was even less innovative stuff, and it had a lot of sitting around. So C- for not, really punching ahead with that plot. Predictions, I guarantee there will be a jet ski in there. Owen Wilson will have to do something on a jet ski. That's one prediction I've got there.
I completely forgot about the jet ski comments.
Yeah.
They weren't memorable.
I'm seeing a cop chase, a car chase, but it'll be on jet skis for sure. I don't know when.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I assume Loki's plan is to destroy the time variance because he doesn't like his timeline. And so the only way to defeat his timeline that results in his death at the hands of Thanos, thank you. I'm God, how can I forget that character's name? Would probably be to, and also possibly save his mom and stuff like that would be to destroy the timeline so that there can be alternate timelines in which these things do not come to pass. That would be all I've got to,
It makes sense that he would want to take it over and break the timeline because if you don't
wants to take it over, I think he wants the different timelines.
Because the way
those timekeeper dudes, they look like a bunch of twats. I mean,
Oh,
they do look like a bunch of guys that think they know everything and they're just in charge. I mean, that's the only really thing that bothered me in that was probably those three old white dudes in charge of everything again. And it's whatever. That was the only thing that I thought was the woke irritating thing.
Right.
Yeah, they got to break it. They've got to break the timeline because if you don't, then another movie that's going to be coming out here soon and ain't going to have no point at all is the second Doctor Strange movie.
Or Spider-Man.
They got to break it. And I think that's what's going to end up happening, probably. Yep. They're going to end up breaking the timeline.
But I'm standing by my jet ski prediction.
Well, yeah, because why talk about jet skis if you ain't gonna have them in there?
Well, that's going to be a problem because I don't know why they'd pay that much attention to that, but not attention to a lot of the other things they're already setting up. It doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah, but the jet ski would, be so obvious to do. So anyway, I'll stand by it. I could be wrong,
which is probably why they won't do it.
I know it
would be perfect to do. All right, so
completely pointless, but All
right, I'm going to give this one probably a C- right now because they're causing themselves even more problems with sticking with this whole timeline and all of this stuff that they say. We fixed this, we do this, and yet everything seems so flawed. It's like how has it worked this long? It makes no sense. And so the fact that they're going to be able to tear down this timeline and this whole thing, it's a house of cards to begin with. I mean, so I guess blowing on the house of cards and toppling it down. I mean,
of course, that's the whole point of having something.
Well, if Loki thinks if Loki thinks that makes him all powerful, I guess it'll make him feel good. But this doesn't even seem like something that Loki couldn't overcome. I mean, Loki came close several times to do certain things. I don't know. There's a lot of issues with this. My predictions are that I think that whatever this variant is, I do believe will become the Enchantress, or at least play that part, whether or not that's really who it is.
Yeah.
And her and Loki are going to work together, and Loki's going to want what he wants, and this variant, whatever they want, is going to be what they want. I don't think they're going to be on the same page as far as what they want. Just, it works for both of them right now. For example, when Loki was working for, when he was trying to do the battle, the Battle of New York and all that, he wasn't doing it for them. He was just doing it because it gave him some chance to go and do what he wanted to do. So right now, he's just looking for the person that allows him more time to do what he wants to do, whatever his purpose is in this. The best thing about this episode, like I said, was the fact that I think timing-wise, the reveal was on time compared to most of the other stuff.
Like that.
We got it out of the way. We got 4 episodes left now to hash out what the whole purpose of this thing is instead of 1 or 2. But I'm optimistic in the sense that I still can watch the show. I liked a lot of things in it, but I see all the problems, all the cracks. It's like watching. It's like a dam. The dam from a mile out looks beautiful if you're up on a mountain, but when you get closer and closer, you start seeing the cracks. You start seeing the problems.
Why is all this water spraying out of it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that the closer you get to this,
their fingers in the holes.
Yeah.
The closer you get to this, it looks good, but that's because I'm not tearing this whole thing apart.
It looks good unless you look closely.
Yeah.
But remember, it's not real reveal yet. Remember, we saw Agatha from episode 1. We don't know who this chick is yet. There's no reveal yet. She's just playing her thing.
Difference. Agatha was playing the neighbor. And yes, you knew there was something up with her. But this one, this is her. Whatever, or this is the thing.
No.
Whatever it is.
Yet. This could be something completely different. It could be the Enchantress. It could be Wanda. It could be whatever. It's not fully revealed yet. She's just playing her part. Just like Agatha was playing her part.
Yeah,
her end game, her whole... Remember, because when Agatha was revealed, that was her whole plot was revealed during that episode. Okay? So this is her... This is no reveal yet. We knew there was another Loki out there. So I'm not going to call this a reveal yet. We don't know what the hell... What she's up to, what her game plan is, if she's somebody else.
The character's been revealed, but her purpose hasn't.
That's fine, but
no different then.
No, it is a lot different because the reveal for Agatha. Yes, it is. Agatha's reveal was that she was a witch. All you knew is that something was weird about it.
That was Agatha Harkness, day 1. The second she said a beer name,
only because of her fucking name.
It was Agatha.
Only because of her fucking name. Not because they showed it to us. It was because they told us her name, and that's how it is.
Now's the time to play You Need Another Hero.
I think that gave
Anyways.
him enough content matches to fight already.
Anyways, guys, great talk about it. Again, I think that. Listen, I'm trying not to tear this thing apart. I'll leave that to LDG. I know Comics has his ideas, but it's pretty. It looks good, but I'm not very hopeful for this going anywhere. I don't have any hope.
I ain't
hope
losing
for it to
no
get anywhere.
sleep over this show. I've
Not
had
yet.
one trip to the hospital. No more.
No, not
Not
yet.
losing
mas.
brain cells over the show.
Yeah, fuck that.
So,
Shit.
but with that said, let's go around one more time and talk about everything. Let everybody know about yourself and all that. Go ahead, Comics.
Well,
Ask him what you're going to ask him.
Okay, I'm gonna make this one statement. I ain't lost no sleep over no fucking movie. As long as I believe in these past 50 years, I have not lost 1 ounce of sleep or movie or a show. This shit is fake. Fake.
And I'm envious.
That's how fans are stuff. We argue about it. I mean, I honestly haven't lost sleep over entertainment either. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
but I thought WandaVision was going to be something good. Okay, I'm sorry for expectations. I'm sorry for having dreams.
I'm
and you know, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm new now. Okay,
All right.
no
All
commentary.
right.
Okay,
Guys.
Go to your happy place, LDG. Go to your happy place.
All right, here we go. Danny, tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
I can be found Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
That's the only thing you do?
You worship
There you go.
You rushing me, so I'm.
No. I was trying to get LDG to stop so you could.
You're trying to shut me up when I'm saying some funny shit here. Okay, and I see how it is. Okay,
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. I can be found on my show, Khaos Central. Also, simultaneously on my channel, which is Khaos Central, and also Comic Chat. My show is called Chaotic Conversation. 6 questions, 10 minutes, 6 people. Please check us out tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later on tonight, you can find me on Rob Storms and also on my man to my right, JJ, aka Sith Lord. We'll be doing Bad Batch Roundtable. Waiting for that. So, there you have it.
All right.
Thanks for inviting me again.
JJ. Oh, not a problem at all. JJ, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Hi.
Hi, JJ.
Sorry. What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me 3 places on Sunday. You can find me here at 5 p.m. Eastern Sunday for the Loki Roundtable with these fine people. And then at 8:30 Eastern PM, come back to Khaos Central. I'll be doing the Bad Batch Roundtable. And later on tonight, on Honstar's channel, will be myself and Chris Knight, or Chris Knight and myself, should I say, hosting Jackbox Game Night. Han may appear. He may not. It is Father's Day, so we'll have to wait and see. Come by if you want to play some games, hang out, have a good time. That's at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. Monday nights, I do a weekly live stream called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topic situation. Come by, like, share, subscribe. You know, all the fun stuff that goes with that. Tuesday night, back here on Khaos Central and simulcast over on Bigger Ford Entertainment, which is Onzo Hodges' channel, for the Khaos list. 3 topics, and then the fan favorite, the honorable mentions. I'm looking at possibly on Wednesday night, got a new live stream. We did the first one last night called Random Movie Review. Me and Slasher McSplitter will be getting together and watching old movies, back when entertainment was great, better than what we're getting now. And we'll be watching the movies, and then we'll go live and give our reviews on it. The one coming up Wednesday night, we're doing the original, either 90 or 91. I can't remember the date, the year, but the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then we'll come and talk about that. Come by and check that out. That's something new. We're still working the kinks out, but that's the next movie we'll be doing. And last but not least, you'll find me on Chris Knight's channel sometimes on the Rumble, sometimes as a contestant or as a combatant, as I like to say, or sometimes I'll come in and change it up and be a wild card. Great to see everyone. Thanks for having me on. Come back later if y'all want to watch the Bad Batch Roundtable. Thanks for having me on, Chris.
Not a problem. Comics, tell everybody about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Comics Division. Dramatic pause. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter, and mine's at Comics Division. I have my own channel called Comics Division. I stream every Monday and Thursday. Danny will be joining us on Thursday this week. Also, I'm on this little show called Friday Night Tights. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So you can catch me there, and occasionally I'll make a video or two. I haven't made one in a while, but I'm planning on it. So,
all right, Dice Guard.
Yes, sir. Basketball Scenario. You can find me on everything Chaos Central related and all the shows that Danny said, starting from 9 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can also find me here Sundays as well on JJ's Chaos Central Roundtable of the Bad Batch, and as well as my weekly show, G's Up. So, yeah, tune in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me as well. Thank you for having me.
All right, LEG.
Yo, what's going on, guys? LDG here, community supporter, free speech advocate. Check me out on LDG of Geeks and Joy and Geeks and Joy IT for your computer needs. Free tech support. I also host what's called the Backstage Room offline chat. You come hang out. I also have 2 24/7 watch party rooms. Currently, theater.nerdrotica.com and tv.nerdrotica.com. And also check out nerdrotica.com. This week, a new place for community social platform where you don't get shadow banned and can finally have a little bit of freedom of speech there. Think about it like Prometheus, baby Prometheus. There we go. Love you guys. Check you out. If you don't know how to find me, look for me because I'm there. Take care. Great show.
All right. Positive.
Yeah, Positive Camera. Find me on YouTube there or on Twitter. Positive Camera.
Okay. And Allie.
Dandelion Fluff. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm Dandelion Fluff there. I just post pictures of mostly plants and hiking and things of that ilk. I have an Etsy shop. I guess you can check that out. You can it's linked through my Twitter, my Instagram. I do not really have a channel here. I'm hoping to put some videos up at some point, but it's not my main motivation. Mostly I just lurk in chats, and it was a delight to be here. Thank you very much, Chris.
Not a problem. Guys.
The backstage.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thank you to all my panelists. Thank you to all the people that showed up today in the chat. I appreciate all you guys being here, especially on Father's Day. Make sure that if you are a father, that you love your kids, even if they forgot that today was Father's Day, which no, mine did not. But I'm just saying, your kids love you no matter what. And what?
Did you just remind all fathers to love their kids? Did I hear that right?
Do you live in a world where
I mean
I didn't think that was something that needed to be told. My fault. I forgot where we were. I forgot the planet I was on.
And if you're a kid who's a loudmouth jackass, tell your dad you love him too.
Come on, LDG, you forget we're living in a time, man, where adults have to be told to wash their hands. Of course, we got to tell people the shit.
No, listen, guys. It is Father's Day. I do appreciate the time that you guys have spent watching us today. Thank you very much. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. We'd love to see you tonight on the Bad Batch Roundtable and later on at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd like to have you there for Jackbox Game Night over on Honstar's channel. 7 or 8:30 for the Bad Batch Roundtable, guys. Return here for that. Thank you very much, everybody. And
And to my size.
Nice.
So cheesy.
I am inevitable.